but we start in the Leagues Cup with a look at the bracket. And then there were 8. LAFC, Rayados, Minnesota, Nashville, Philly, Querétaro, Inter Miami, and Charlotte all surviving the round of 16. Let's bring you some of the best from the round of 16, which actually kicked off on Sunday with Lionel Messi's Inter Miami taking on FC Dallas. The Messi Show on the road. And Herc, 6 minutes in, Lionel Messi went to work. A quick strike. Have you seen anything like this before, hooking up with Jordi Alba?
I've seen this 1,000 times. Jordi Alba, cut back, Messi at the edge of the box. And then the most delicate of touches, like he put it with his hand. He knew exactly where he wanted to go. A play that he's done so many times before with Jordi Alba. It was
Miami were up 1-0. Dallas would score 3 unanswered to take a 3-1 lead at the hour mark. 65th minute, Messi to Alba to Benjamin Kramaski. Yes, it's 3-2. The kid.
Yeah, the kid, the teenager gets his goal, but look at this through ball from Lionel Andres Messi. Megs, the defender. Jordi Alba cuts it back. I know you've seen that before, and Kramaski finishes it off.
So Inter Miami would then score an own goal of their own from Robert Taylor. FC Dallas returning the favor here. What's Marco Farfan doing?
Well, when you face your own goal, that's what's going to happen. The profile, the setup, it's all wrong. He's facing his goal, and I guess now he can tell his family members he had a goal he scored from a Messi assist.
4-3 at that point, 4-4 in the 85th when Messi does that.
I'm running out of adjectives, I'm running out of words, I'm running out of ways to describe this guy.
So we go to a penalty shootout. Messi steps up first, wearing the captain's armband, no doubt here.
Gave him the eyes, then the hips.
Messi putting Inter Miami in the driver's seat. Paxton Pomykal, one of Dallas's shooters, and Herc the one to miss.
Oh, man. They're still looking for that ball. Messi's happy.
The aforementioned kid, Kramaski, buries it with a 5th and final penalty, and Inter Miami are through to the quarterfinals as they win 5-3 in a penalty shootout over FC Dallas. So another brace, Herc, for Lionel Messi. Was it his best performance yet in an Inter Miami shirt?
It was. And it's getting scary because this guy was on vacation. He was on the beach somewhere in the Bahamas, in the Caribbean, hanging out, drinking Mai Tais with his wife and hanging out with his kids, not worrying about anything, maybe going to the gym once every other day, maybe trying to stay somewhat fit, but he wasn't by any means training. The fact that this guy can go from being on vacation to what is supposed to be a league and leagues already in their season and get continuously better. He gets better every single game and continue to do this. I know he's the best to ever do it. He's the GOAT. At this point, I don't even feel comfortable saying he's one of the best. He's the best to ever play the game. At this point, at 36 years of age, to see him do it, I don't care what anybody says in Major League Soccer about Liga MX. If anything, these two leagues are in season and high intensity, and Major League Soccer itself prides itself in its athleticism and how hard it is to play there, et cetera, et cetera. He's making them look like kids. He's making these opponents look like not even second-rate players, third and fourth-rate players. It's ridiculous, it's unbelievable, and it keeps getting better.
Yeah. He scored, Herc, in the first 10 minutes of each of his 3 starts. And I'm thinking about the performances. We can put the Cruz Azul game aside, right? Because that was only a half hour. But if you think about the other games, Atlanta United, they rolled Atlanta United. Did they need Messi? Of course. Did they need Messi against Orlando City? Of course. But he didn't leave it late like he did here. They were down 3-1 in the 65th minute. They were down 4-2, Herc, in the 80th minute. With 10 minutes to go in regulation, they were all but knocked out of this competition. And I know that, Marco Farfan loses his mind there. But that's a very inviting ball for Messi. That's a ball that he puts in that's dangerous. And then the free kick. I mean, what more do you want from this guy? And the turnaround stats on Inter Miami right now are crazy. They're just crazy. In their 22 MLS regular season games, Herc, they scored 22 goals before he showed up. They got 11 goals in the 3 games he started. Forget MLS. Forget soccer. in sports, have you seen a turnaround like this?
I don't think I've ever seen anything close to it. Now, Inter Miami was last place in the league. They were a team that hadn't won in like 12 games.
May 13th. May 13th, their last MLS win.
They were hopeless. You're hoping that Messi decides that Miami is where he wants to live. You're hoping that he decides to change your fortunes. And that he does. He shows up to Major League Soccer, into Inter Miami, to Fort Lauderdale, changes the complexity of that team, changes what their team's going to be for the future, the evaluation, changes how popular they are. They're now the third most followed team, sports team on Instagram. It just completely changes everything for this club, off the field and on the field. On the field, now all of a sudden they're the rival to beat. They're the team to beat because of one player and the domino effect that follows.
Yeah, you know, the other reason it was his best performance so far, I think, and we're going to see this throughout, is the Jordi Alba connection. That second goal for me, that's the favorite. I love the free kicks from Messi, but when he puts it through to Alba, who drops it for Kremaski, and there's clearly a movement there that involves another player beyond just the two of them, you see just how special this Inter Miami team can be. And that's the first start for Jordi Alba. It's also the first start for Diego Gomez, the new midfielder that they brought in.
The Paraguayan midfielder, yes.
Exactly. So, I mean, we're really just, again, this is just the tip of the iceberg
Herculez
of this
hasn't really
team.
played. They're going to get better and better. They're going to look more different. It's going to be more to his liking, to his catering, around his strengths. You mentioned the free kicks. If I'm an opposing team, I stop putting in a wall. If I'm an opposing goalkeeper, don't give him a reference because he's going to get over the wall with so much velocity, so much force that there's too much ground for you to cover. Just don't do a wall anymore. Stand in the middle of the goal. Take your chances because when you give him that wall, that reference, he's going to do you in every single time.
And I know you saw the online video from the back angle of him adjusting the ball millimeter by millimeter. I mean, it really, truly is. It's art when you watch this guy do what he does.
Well, thank you very much for watching ESPN on YouTube. For more sports highlights and analysis, be sure to download the ESPN app. And for live streaming, premium content, and let's not forget as well, ESPN FC 7 days a week. Subscribe to ESPN+.